So as you can see guys, we are coming back to this Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve, because here in a weekly time frame the price is showing weakness, but we are also aware that at any cost the price of Bitcoin in a weekly time frame should not close below this green line, and this green line is the 38.20 Fibonacci level. So this means at any cost we should not close below this 35,500 price level, and if that's going to happen, right, then things could look very ugly for Bitcoin. And I've said that plenty of time in my videos, because in the past Bitcoin price action, whenever we have seen this pullback and price finding support at this green line, the 38.20%, we saw some really nice move here in an upward direction. And when the price was heading to the upside, you can see the same green line acted as a strong resistance and didn't let the price to close above it, and we saw this pullback bringing us back towards the bottom of the channel. And you can see here when the trend was reversing, the same green line 38.20 Fibonacci level acted as a strong support, but once the support was broken, we saw this massive pullback bringing us again back towards this bottom of the channel. Just like here, the same line acted as a support resistance. So that's why what we want is at any cost we should not close this weekly below this 38.20%, and in that case, if that's going to happen, then we could see another pullback that could bring us around this next Fibonacci level to the downside, and that is 23.61%, and that is sitting around $27,189. So this here is our bearish price target if the weekly is going to close below 35,500 price level. And right now, if you also monitor the whole scenario here from Bitcoin, starting here from 2013, guys, you can see we had a really nice impulsive move here. If you just follow this rising trend line, right, and you can see the rising trend line support got broken, we saw this pullback, but price was able to find support at this green line which I just showed you, the 38.20, and then we started a new move. So what we can do here is we can simply add another rising trend line, and we can see even after breaking the rising trend line here, the price did manage to find support at this 38.20, and this 38.20 acted as a strong support. We started a new move, and this new move came exactly at the top of the channel and saying that, hey, now the market has stopped and we could see some rally here to the downside towards the bottom of the channel. And you can see this bigger trend line also got broken, and then we saw an actual bear market. So here we are going to do pretty similar scenario, because we are aware as long as the price stays above this rising trend line, this is a very good scenario, because you can see when the price started following this rising trend line, it also came exactly at the top of the channel here, right, in 2017, and then we saw this actual bear market following, bringing us all the way towards the bottom of the channel. And you can see from 2019 this rising trend line got broken, right, but we know that this price movement here was also unable to close green line, which was a 38.20 Fibonacci level, and then we saw a pullback bringing us back towards the bottom of the channel. And now if we do the pretty similar scenario here as well, guys, you can see this line, right, the rising trend line has already been broken, just like from this 2013, right? You can see we have this rising trend line. This rising trend line got broken here, but the price was able to find support at this 38.20 Fibonacci level, and then we saw another move here to the upside. So if this support is going to be there, then what we can actually do here is add another trend line here in this manner, right? Because we know this 38 along with this new rising trend line could be acting as a support. So right now for Bitcoin, this is our new rising trend line. If the support here is going to be there around 38.20 Fibonacci level, and that is 35,500. But if this 38.20 Fibonacci level support is going to get broken, and also this rising trend line, then we are going to look at this downward price target level for Bitcoin, and that is 23.61%, which is around $27,189 price dollar. So let's see how this one is going to be, because we still have few more days before this candle actually closes. So let's see how price of Bitcoin is going to do here in a weekly time frame. And also here in a daily time frame, we are aware the price was forming this Wyckoff distribution phase. We were actually expecting some relief rally at least to come across this 45,000 to 48,000 price area, but now since the price here is clearly showing us the weakness before even showing any sort of a price move here to the upside, what kind of scenario could be playing out next? Because if you look at this here, right, according to this distribution event and phases from Wyckoff, the price here actually does looks like it is in a phase E area, and we have to be careful because we are aware in a weekly time frame, this green line should not be broken, the 38.20. And if that's going to happen, then maybe this is also going to indicate, hey, we could actually see some more downward price movement, because according to YCurve, this could be phase E, and in phase B, we should see a potential downward price movement. And what actually is this phase E? Because many were asking me, hey, what does it actually mean, the phase E? How far is the price going to go? Because according to this distribution, event and phases, if I show you the phase E area, phase E depicts the unfolding of the downtrend. The stocks leaves the trading range and supply is in control. We can see that in our case, right? The supply is in control. And once the trading range support is broken on a major sign of weakness, this breakdown is often tested with a rally that fails at or near support. And in our case, if you look in the price action, we did have this relief rally type of scenario which failed before even touching this sign of weakness or this support line area, right? So this actually is making a lot of sense here in phase C, because this also represents a high probability opportunity to sell short. Subsequent rallies during the markdown are usually feeble, right? And the traders who have taken short can trail the stop as price declines after a significant down move. Climatic action may signal the beginning of a redistribution, trading range, or of accumulation. So that's why we have to be very, very careful, because since we are seeing this weakness in a weekly time frame, and also the final support hovering around this 35,000, right? And price also nearing around that price level, we have to be careful, guys, because we don't want to fall inside this bull trap. So we have to be very, very careful at this current stage. Also in a smaller time frame, I showed you this yesterday. So now if we look at this in a 4-hour time frame, you can see yesterday we talked about this descending channel type of scenario that was playing out for Bitcoin in a 4-hour time frame, because we were aware the price broke out of this very, very strong resistance line, right? You can see came back to retest it, and the same line which previously acted as the resistance acted as a support. We saw some impulsive move type of scenario, but now you can see here the price started hitting in a sideways and also was unable to make this higher highs, higher lows confirmation, because I told you yesterday that this price, if we are breaking this higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern, then we have to be careful, because the price here could form this rising wedge type of scenario. And in that case, if this rising wedge is going to play out, the price target here to the downside is going to be around this 34,000 price area, because you can see this price movement without this descending channel, right? Look at this price movement. The price was already breaking down, and the same line which previously acted as the support acted as the resistance, didn't let the price to close inside it. And now we saw this pullback, and we were aware of this. But right now, what is also unfolding parallelly is this head and shoulder type of scenario, because if you monitor the price structure here, right, left shoulder, head, and right shoulder, because this here, if you look at the price movement around this area, you can see this is a head and shoulder type of scenario playing out. And according to this head and shoulder, the neckline here has already been broken. So if this is also going to play out, right, just like with the rising wedge type of scenario, then we are expecting this price movement here towards the 34,400, 34,500 price level. So that's why right now we have to be careful, because the price of Bitcoin is flashing some weakness, and also some bearish pattern are appearing at this current stage. So that's why, guys, that's why right now what I would suggest is not over leverage yourself and use proper risk management, because market right now looks very, very shaky, right? So it could be a bull trap, it could be a bear trap, we don't know, right? No one knows. Let market do its thing and take advantage of any opportunity we find on our way. So these are some of the scenarios thought sharing with you in today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this video was helpful enough. If that's the case, then please hit the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye, guys.